unfortunately, here is our engine oil, and Scott L has to do it again.
Yeah,
Take out the transmission and put it back in. It's coming from right up there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the rear main seal.
Yep. And I'm going to go back to scootering, so.
Yeah, folks, this is not good news. This, that rear main seal that was not leaking, and I replaced, is leaking horribly to the point where the vehicle is no longer drivable. I wish life were simple, like just scootering.
Oh, come on.
2007 Kia Sedona. Taking the transmission out again due to a rear main seal leak. Okay, the transmission is out. I'm looking at this rear main seal. I definitely see some oil, but it's not obvious where it's coming from because the engine's not running. And guess what I'm not going to be doing? That would be correct. I am not starting the engine. So I guess I'll just take this rear main seal out. You can see some oil right there. Some oil up in the seam right there. Some oil right there. So it's been splashing around in here for sure. Get your motor running, head out on the highway. Yeah, that's going to be a while. Okay, as I took these bolts out, significant amounts of oil started coming out with them. So these go inside the chamber behind this cover. So I'm thinking that behind there we're going to find a lot of oil. So the rear main seal is out. Upon removal, that piece of rubber right there fell out. And it came from right there. You can see complete breakdown. Just tore right apart. But I have to guess this has been defective because it's putting it on is so easy. There's really nothing you have to do. Unless it was damaged beforehand and I didn't notice it. The rubber doesn't seem to be brittle as I pulled on it. I don't know. So I'll talk to the Kia and see what they say. See if they'll warranty it. Of course, there's a lot of labor for warranty. Anyway, so we have conclusion. We now know what caused the oil to leak. The rear main seal disintegrated, causing catastrophic oil leak.
2007 Kia Sedona rear main seal installation. In this episode, we will prep the crankshaft and install the new rear main seal.
So looking at the back of the crankshaft, you can see there's some rust buildup there. You can see where the old seal was. We're going to grind all that down. We'll start with a wire brush treatment off a drill and then see how it looks. So the wire brush did a pretty good job. You will have to rotate the crankshaft from the front side using a ratchet up there. And now we're going to use these polishing compounds. So I got a buffing wheel, and we're going to go with do a little bit of buffing with these three. 1, 2, 3, and this is the final polish. Okay, the polishing's going good. Also scrape off any remaining RTV. Make sure that that's all completely cleaned off. Okay, as you can see, we got a nice polish on there. So I'm just going to wash it down with some WD-40 because I want to make sure that any of the rubbing compound is completely removed, and then we're going to prep the seal. Everything's cleaned up. The old RTV is gone. Make sure you clean it really good down in this groove right here. So right behind there, that's the crank. When you're looking inside there, get debris down in that hole. It's in the gonna go in the oil pan, so be careful. So just a thing on this seal. This seal, where you see this break and this plate, this is the wet part of this whole seal. That's what has to be sealed up. This top part is really just the bracket. In fact, when I took the original off, the RTV was only in this section right here. So we're going to do the same thing. There was no RTV whatsoever up in here because this is not the wet section. This is the wet section. Okay? We have RTV applied. Now something else we're going to do is we're going to apply a layer of grease all the way around the seal. Seals break in better when there's grease in there. Some seals actually come with grease already packed in them, so I'm actually surprised this one didn't. But you got to do that. So you can use a regular high temperature wheel bearing grease. That's fine. Okay, the seal is back in. And now we're going to reattach the drive plate, flex plate, flywheel, whatever you call it, and put everything back together. As far as this video, we're done. Good luck. Just one more word on this. So, I was extremely thorough cleaning the crankshaft this time because the previous seal failed. We still don't know why. I mean, even if there was a little rust on it, it might have torn up the outer flap of the seal, not ripped it apart and completely sheared it. So Kia warrantied the seal for me, and they were concerned because of the amount of damage to it. I don't know if it was my fault. I don't know if I did something wrong. I can't think of what I did wrong that would have destroyed it that much. But this time, we're going to take no chances. So thanks to Kia for sticking up with me.